Good evening, everybody. I'm Carla, and I am here to do a tag, and I actually did this video once already, and when I went to download it, I don't know, something had happened with the video, so now I'm redoing it. I have been called out, so that is why I'm doing this tag. Julie from the Country Cottage has called me out and asked me to do her tag. And so that is what we're doing. And you know, I can't remember what she called it. It's something to do with your journey. I don't know if it's your reborn journey or... but I thought, since I knew it had the word journey in it, and know it's about your reborns. So I thought, well, why not do it with my journey, my little journey girl? And so I have my little baby Journey here with me in my lap, and I'm going to turn her head so y'all can see her as I read these questions out. She's just as sweet as can be. She is also a Pam James baby. Okay, so the number one question I would read to you right now if my cat was not laying on my book. Okay, I got it. I got it out. So the number one question is, to what age did you enjoy your dolls? Well, I believe I was about 13. And my bestest friend, we went to two different schools. We lived an hour apart from each other. And my mom started babysitting her when she was 3. Our birthdays are only 2 days apart, and she had come over in the summertime. She would stay a week with me, and then I would stay a week with her, and then we'd have a bit of a break, and then we'd do it again. And so she was with me, and we were just, you know, it was summertime, just hanging out, doing absolutely nothing, and I can't remember how I come about doing it, but I went and got my baby dolls and brought them in there, and she says, I think I'm too old to play with baby dolls now. And I can remember the devastation of hearing that from her, because we were best as friends, you know, and we always played baby dolls or Barbies and house, you know, we loved doing those things. And then here she is telling me that if she's too old, she's only 2 days older than me. If she's too old, then I must be too old to be playing with baby dolls. However, I did keep my baby dolls around in, you know, my room for a long time, and I still played with my dolls on my own. I was never a Barbie really much. Only time I ever played with Barbies is when I was with my best friend, because she really enjoyed the Barbies. But I was always baby dolls. It was always about baby dolls for me. And so, about 13 was the age that it might have been 14, you know, because I continued to play a little bit by myself. And I had one Cabbage Patch doll that I was able to pass down to my daughter, but it was pretty raggedy by the time it hit her. And then after her, yeah, she ended up, I don't know, getting lost, or I'm not sure where she went, but so, and I'm a stuffed animal fan as well, baby dolls and stuffed animals. I had so many stuffed animals, and every one of them had a place on my bed. And my mom made the country bunnies and the country little bears. And every year, it was supposed to be from Santa Claus, you know. But every year, I would get a new bunny from Santa Claus, or I would get a new bear from Santa Claus. And that was, I have one bunny that left. And I've got it packed up in storage right now. And that's all I have left. And I had so many bears. I was so proud, too, of everything that my mom had made me. Okay, so number 2 is, what is the first doll you bought as an adult? Sorry, I'm having to read at an angle. So the first doll that I bought the Joseph Sculpt, and while I was paying on the Joseph Sculpt, the Joseph Awake Sculpt, I come across a baby that I really, really wanted, and it just happened to be on sale, and it was the April Sculpt. And I was able to get the April Sculpt. So, and I want to call her my first baby because I've not bonded or, anything with the Joseph Awake Sculpt. So, I need to really sell that Sculpt and get her, a new mommy. The only thing is that she's the only one of my dolls that has like a place on her foot that the paint has flaked off, and maybe on her hand. None of my other dolls have done that at all, but hers did, and I think it just must have been the paint that was used on her. But anyway, so the Joseph Awake was my first sculpt that I bought as an adult, and the April Sculpt, which I still have and love very much, was my second sculpt, but I consider her my first. My first love, I guess you would say. Okay, number 3 is, what type and how many dolls do you own? So I have Heidi, which is my Ashton Drake baby. And I have 3 Cabbage Patches. And they are the Cabbage Patches. Do you remember you used to buy the pattern and make them? And I bought them about a year ago off of someone that they had been in their family, and they were, I guess they were looking for a new home for them. So I bought those 3, and then I think, if I counted correctly, I have 12 reborns. I can think off the top of my head that I have 2 that I know for sure that I need to find a new mommy for. But the rest are babies that I don't know that I'm ready to part with anytime soon. I really love my babies. Okay, let's see. What number were we on? Number 4. If money was unlimited, what doll would you buy? The Sculpt and Artist. Well, I can't give you a Sculpt because there's so many out there. I know I haven't seen them all, so I'm not sure. If I had unlimited money, I guess that means I could get multiple Sculpts. I love and hope, dream that I get to have one day a Shaylin Maxwell baby. But I might give it a go, give a silicone a try again. Not that I didn't love my silicone I had. I did. She was beautiful, and I was very scared to play with her, though. But if money's unlimited, hey, why not play? So, I don't really, I like Shaylin Maxwell, and I used to also watch a woman on YouTube who had a channel called Sugar Britches. And she was an artist, I know, but I'm wanting to say she even had her own molds and poured and did her own molds as well. And I haven't seen her in a very long time. I need to look up and see if she's still on YouTube. So that's what I would do. Number 5 is, how often do you interact with your dolls? I try to every day. That don't always happen. Yesterday I did not interact with my dolls when I did the video. When I did this tag, I just focused on a candle because it was at night, and that was it. So yesterday I did not get a chance to interact with my babies, but about every other day, I would say, is whenever I, hello everybody, I'm snoozing, getting me a little cat nap. Look at her hands, aren't they beautiful? I love her fingers. So, I try to interact with them daily, but I don't always get that choice. Now, number 6 is, what are your favorite plans for your collection? No, not favorite plans. What are your future plans for your collection? Well, my son's fixing to be moving out in February. Yay! So I get my nursery back. Where my dolls are out now, they stay covered up all the time. So it's a bit of a chore to get them out, get their blankets out, you know, get everything out. Whenever my son gets moved out and I get to set up in my nursery, it'll be a cat-free zone, you know, so I won't have to keep my babies covered. I'll be able to just let them, you know, sit out. And I don't have any inside dogs, so it'll be nice to just have them sitting out there. So I plan on my collection growing and probably downsizing, and growing and probably downsizing, because just when you think that you have all you could want, there's that sculpt that shows up out of nowhere and you just think you've got to have it. So that's my plans. Now, future, as far as, you know, if I'm not here any longer, you know, my dolls will go, all of my dolls except for one will be Aurora's. One will go to my daughter Natalie. And of course, you know, my boys don't care nothing about these, but all of my babies will be for Aurora. And I hope my husband's able to, you know, put them up and keep them for her. So, that, you know, that's if something was to happen, but it is not going to happen for many, many years. Okay, so number 7 says, what are your favorite dolly items to collect? Oh, well, I have honey bugs. I've got 3 honey bugs. I love them, but I've not gotten any more. I'd love to have more of those. You know, the only thing I can really think that I do collect is the clothes. But I've been very short on newborn clothes. I did go through and clean out my dolly. I have a dolly tub full of clothes. And I had plenty of 3 to 6 months and barely any newborn. So I really need to get some newborn. I think I just got a Matilda. She wears preemie, so I've gotten her a preemie suit, or you know, preemie suits. So preemie, I think we're okay, but newborn, I really need to collect newborn clothes. Oh, and headbands. Oh my goodness, I love headbands, and I'm always looking at the store to see if if there's new ones put out that I can grab, or a new color that I need. I think I need some lavender bows. I don't have many lavenders. Okay, so number 7. What are your favorite dolly? Oh, wait a minute. That was number 7. Sorry, guys. Number 8. Do you find your interest in dolls comes and goes? For the different types of dolls, yes. They do come and go. Because when I first started, I only wanted sleeping babies. And then gradually, I really like the open-eyed babies now. I really like the open-eyed babies now. But, like I said earlier, all of a sudden this baby popped out at me one day here recently. And I messaged and asked Pam if she could paint it for me. And she's going to paint him for me. But he's a sleeping baby. So, as far as... I never know, the interest in dolls that I have, comes and goes, but my interest in dolls, it's always there. I don't think it has ever changed. It's always there. Okay, so number 9. Wow, I breezed through it. Last night I was on here for 33 minutes making this video. Number 9 is, are you a member of any dolly Facebook groups, clubs, etc.? And yes, I am a member of quite a few Facebook pages. I don't necessarily interact with most of them because there's like buy, sell, reborns, that kind of, and I like to look every now and then, but I don't. But I am a member of Reborn Dolls and More, and that's been a very fun group. I've met some really nice women, and I've really enjoyed it. So I am a member of that Facebook group. Now then, there's YouTube channels I'm sub to that I watch, you know, as much as possible. But that's it. In my area of Texas, I have yet to really find really cool, you know, there's a woman named Susan that is from my area, and I did sell her a couple babies, and you know, she's I don't know, she was only back here in Gatesville for a short period of time, and then I think she lives in New Mexico, or did. I don't know if she's moved back there yet. You know, and a lot of things have happened in her life since we've met. So I've not really, you know, we've not had a chance to meet up. I've had a really hard time, you know, just finding somebody around my area that collects the babies like I do, and plays with them like I do, and you know, cuddles and loves and you know, stuff like that. It's been a challenge. It really has. I would like to really, you know, have a group around somewhere, just, you know, a couple, maybe 1 or 2 hours where we can get together. I've heard of, you know, women getting together and, you know, bringing their babies, and then it's all about the babies, you know, and stuff like that. Oh, that would be so much fun. And, you know, a lot of my dolly friends are in Canada, and I don't see me flying to Canada. One, because I don't have the vaccination, and I don't plan on getting the vaccination. And another, that's a pretty good bill price-wise. Excuse me, y'all. You know, to pay for that kind of trip. So, I'll just keep looking, and hopefully God will put somebody in my path that really enjoys this hobby like I do, and we can become good friends. Number 10, do you speak openly about your doll hobby? And do you speak openly to everyone? I do. I mean, I know it's not like when I first meet somebody, that's not the first thing I start telling them. By the way, I play with baby dolls. You know, I don't do that, but I don't hide it. I don't hide it at all. My kids all know about it. My boys think I'm, you know, they don't get it, of course. The boys don't get it at all. My oldest daughter says that she'd have one, but her boyfriend says they're too creepy, so that's why she doesn't have one. That's why I would only give her one. Aurora loves all of it. She loves the whole thing. The box openings of the baby dolls. She loves all kinds of baby dolls. She loves her Barbies. She loves her American Girls. She loves all of that stuff. And, oh, and stuffed animals, too. And that's so exciting to me. At the Walmart around our areas, for Valentine's Day, put out the cutest stuffed animals. There was a huge peacock and there yesterday, and I thought, when I get paid, I'm going to buy that peacock for the nursery. Well, I went in today and I couldn't find it, so I think he's sold. But they had this gigantic octopus. What else? Oh, they had a baby rhinoceros. Oh my goodness, so sweet. But anyway, so I'm so excited that Aurora has, loves this stuff with me and shares this stuff with me. And even Mason has interest in the box openings. He likes seeing the babies. He's 10, and he likes, and I think maybe because he was around it, you know, starting from the age of 7, maybe 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So he's more open to it, whereas he actually wanted one. I'd gotten Penelope from Ashton Drake, and I let him take her over, and he really loved her. He really loved the doll. So, and I don't think boys playing with dolls is a bad thing at all, because eventually in life they're going to be dads, and they're going to have to, know how to play, or, play with their children. So why shame our boys and make them think that it's wrong to pick up and hold a baby and pat it and love it and, and take care of it? Why do we shame our boys for that? They're going to be fathers one day, hopefully, So he really enjoys it too. But anyway, that is it. That is the journey tag. My journey tag, I think is what it was called. Sorry, Julie, if I messed that up. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Thank you all for sticking around and listening to me. And I hope none of y'all ever count how many times I say, because I know I do. And every time I do, it drives me crazy. I'm like, stop saying that. But thank y'all all. Y'all have a good evening. And until next time, God bless each one of you.